This video explains on the planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of health. Planning is making current decisions in the light of their future effects, while health planning is a process culminating in decisions regarding the future provisions of health facilities and services to meet the health needs of the community. So there are various types of health planning. So based on time frame, health planning can be short-term planning, which is for generally around 1 to 3 years, meeting the needs as defined by the current trends, using available resources and reallocation of resources. It can be a medium-term planning for around 5 to 10 years, which mainly sees on modifying the demands, recognize new needs, and obtain new resources. While it can be a 10 to 20 years of a long-term planning, with the selected a desired future, designing a way to reach it. While based on the hierarchy of goals, it can be health policy planning, which mainly includes long-term health goals, and health program planning with medium-term objectives, and operational health planning, which can be more specified and localized. The main characteristics of health planning, it is policy linkage, that it mainly focuses on the problems, priorities, directions, and strategy. And it is future orientation, that is analysis of past, assessment of present, projection, and action towards future. And multidimensionality, epidemiology, demography, medicine, economics, administration, and social science. And multisectoral approach with health education, environment, social service, and finally teamwork, that is sharing of experience and resources. So the rationale for health planning includes: first is to cope with major health issues in a sustainable manner. Second is to ensure effective coordination and avoid unnecessary duplication, to promote optimum utilization of resources, and to ensure equitable distribution of health resources and services, and facilitate monitoring and evaluation of health. So the various steps of preparing a plan includes: first is the situation analysis, second is the problem identification, prioritization analysis, third to set goals, objectives and targets, fourth is to determination and analysis of strategies, then fifth includes major activities, and sixth is finance and budgeting, and finally monitoring and evaluation. First, situation analysis. So it is a methodology to assess where we are now. A comprehensive analysis of the past and present situation in terms of a selected number of variables, and it identifies and assesses the achievements and limitations of the past and ongoing health interventions. So the main information needed for situation analysis are demographic data, epidemiological data, health services data, vital statistical data, and socio-economic data. So this can be the data can be collected through either existing data which is being published, or can be collected through surveys which include both qualitative and quantitative surveys. Second is the problem identification, prioritization, and analysis. So problem is a difficulty or obstacle seen to exist between a present situation and a desired future objective. A perceived gap between what it is and what it should be. So the problem must be analyzed for its magnitude, causes, and consequences. The task of prioritization involves analysis, assessment, and grading of problems in order of relative importance. Criteria for ranking health problems include based on the magnitude, severity, feasibility, cost of intervention, and political commitment. The various problem analysis tools include cause and effect diagrams, fishbone analysis, problem tree. So this is a picture of a problem tree, and this is an example of fishbone analysis. Third is to set goals, objectives, and targets. So first, what is the difference between goals, objectives, and target? So a goal is always a broad and future-oriented statement of the desired condition, while objectives is an intended result of successful activity program, and it should be always following a SMART objective. And finally, targets are the quantified statement of desired change in a key indicator over a given time period in a specified geographic area. So this is a SMART objective. What is a SMART objective is? It should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So specific, it should state exactly what you want to accomplish. Measurable, how will you demonstrate and evaluate the extent to which the goal has been met, whether the objective is achievable, and whether it is relevant, and whether it is time bound. Fourth step is the determination and analysis of strategies. A strategy denotes a broad line of action to be undertaken at different levels of administration in and outside the sector in order to achieve the desired goals and objectives. To implement a strategy, a variety of activities with specific outcomes are needed for a specific time duration. In order to identify a program or project strategies, it is first necessary to examine the internal and external data related to the program. So for that, we have the SWOT analysis, which includes strengths, opportunities, weakness, and threats. So there are internal data and external data in a situational analysis. So the internal data describes the current status of your program and how it operates gathered from your situational analysis. While external data describes the population that the program serves and the environment in which your program operates. So always the strengths and weakness are from the internal data, and opportunities and threats you can gain from the external data or the external environment. So what are the program strengths and program weakness we should be knowing? Then what is the program opportunities and program threats? So this SWOT analysis can be used to determine the best approaches for the program to meet, and these approaches are the strategies which can be used. So the major activities for each selected strategy should be known. So for this, we can determine the sequence and time frame, prepare a plan of action including activities and time frame responsibility. Then six is the important thing, that is finance and budgeting. So first we have to estimate the financial requirements for the necessary resources, which includes the physical, material, human resources, etc. And detailed description of the cost of the project should be prepared. The budget should cover the whole project period year-wise, and each strategy and the activities associated with it, and list of the materials and list of the operating costs should come under the finance and budgeting. Seventh, on the final is the monitoring and evaluation. So monitoring is a regular ongoing process to ensure that operations are proceeding as planned and on schedule. So monitoring tools include activity designs, progress reports, Gantt charts, while evaluation is a systematic way of learning from experience and using the lessons learned to improve the current activities and promote better planning by careful selection of alternatives for future actions. So evaluation always includes input evaluation, process evaluation, efficiency evaluation, or effectiveness evaluation. So this is the main difference between monitoring and evaluation. So monitoring is a regular ongoing, whereas evaluation is an episodic, and monitoring always is keeping track, while evaluation is an assessment. And monitoring is mainly conducted by the project manager or the funders, by evaluation is mainly done by the external people. So this is an diagram of the planning cycle, which is an important diagram in respect of your exam view also. And some technical terms which should be knowing is like what is the difference between a project versus program. So a project is a temporary entity established to deliver specific outputs in line with a predefined time, cost, and quality constraints, while program is a portfolio comprised of multiple projects that are managed and coordinated as one unit with the objective of achieving outcomes and benefits of the organization. So we are end of the video. Thank you.